Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to continue with chapter of Sociology. These are the following contents. They are cultural anthropology, social psychology, and health behavior and lifestyle. Coming to cultural anthropology. What is meant by cultural anthropology and what are the importance of cultural anthropology that plays a role in sociology? Cultural anthropology. Anthropology is the study of man and his works. It has two main divisions. They are physical anthropology and second one is cultural anthropology. Culture has three parts. It has an experience which is learned, shared and transmitted. There are four branches in the cultural anthropology. They are ethnology, archaeology, linguistics and social anthropology. These are the branches where ethnology deals with the comparative study of the cultures, archaeology deals with the study of the past cultures and civilizations using their remains as the principal source of information. Linguistics is the study of the speech patterns of man, that is, the study of languages and dialectics, and social anthropology is a specific branch that deals with the cultural anthropology with the comparative study of kinship and non-kinship organization, that is, regarding the social aspects of the human societies. What is social psychology? It deals with the human nature and attitudes in general. Social psychology studies how and why perceptions, thoughts, opinions, attitudes, and behavior vary in different groups and societies. That is, it studies with the effect of social environment on individual psychology. These are the sum of factors of other than social psychology or the economics and the political science. Economics. It studies with the economic aspects of man, that is the production, distribution and consumption of three basic essentials for living, namely the food, shelter and clothing. Political science. It deals with the constitution, the government and the laws of the state which impose the sort of discipline on the man, movements and behavior. So these are the four parts then other than the sociology which plays a role in the well-being of a man. What is health behavior and lifestyle? What is health behavior? There are three types. There are health behavior, illness behavior and labeling behavior. Of which the first one, health behavior. Any activity undertaken by an individual regardless of actual or perceived health status for the purpose of promoting, protecting or maintaining health, whether or not such behavior is objectively effective towards the end. So WHO Health Promotion Glossary in 1986 stated that a positive behavior is like an effective tooth cleaning practices. A negative behavior is or risk of consumption of the sugary foods as if in dentistry. It is the activity undertaken by individuals for the purpose of preventing the disease and detecting it at an asymptomatic stage. That is, examples are flossing of teeth, undergoing regular dental checkups is a healthy behavior. What is illness behavior? It is the interpretation of the symptoms as signs of illness, especially pain and in search of relief. It is the social process drawing on past experience and involving an interaction with others in defining the solution to an oral health problem. This process is called illness behavior. And the third one, labeling behavior. In the case of conditions that are visible and that affect the social identity or acceptability of a person, more complex processes of decision making are involved. In such instances, both the pressures from others and the will to accede to such pressures are much greater. This process of influence and response is called labeling behavior. What are the factors influencing the preventive behavior? They are the growth and development, family and peer influences, past medical and dental experiences, dental office environment. These are the factors which might be influencing the preventive behavior of a person. So, in growth and development, the child's development involves physical, intellectual and emotional aspects of growth and these are constantly changing in magnitude and expanse. Family and peer influences. Psychosocial factors are probably the strongest influence of the human behavior. The parent's attitude molds, shapes, and directs the behavior at the early period of the offspring's development, whereas in the later years, it is affected by factors such as attitudes of peers, socioeconomic status, and education. Past medical and dental experiences. Past bad or dental experiences will adversely shape and influence the preventive behavior. And dental office environment. A dental office that reflects the darkness or lack of warmth lends little to brightening an individual's mind of his or her attitudes. So, it should be having a good environment of preparing a person to be treated. What are the theories of behavior change? There are three theories. One is health belief model, and the second one multidimensional health locus and control model, and stages of change model. Health belief model. The health belief model is one of the best known models which explores the function of beliefs in decision making. It is the health behavior change and psychological model which was developed by Erwin M. Rosenstock in 1966. The model was modified by Becker in 1974 and by Rosenstock in 1988. This model proposes that the individual considers changing their behavior, they engage in an analysis of the situation, an assessment of their susceptibility to the health threat, their perceived severity of that threat, and the perceived value of changing the behavior in question. So, they might change according to the threat that might be happen. That is one of the health belief model. Multidimensional and health locus control model. This concept was developed by Walston et al. In 1978, measures the extent to which the individuals believe that their health is influenced by their own behavior or by external causes. That is, it is like the internal health locus and control which represents the person's belief about the impact of their own action on health outcomes. So definitely they have their impact on their own. Stages of health model. This was developed by Prochaska and DeClement in 1983. It is based on the assumption of behavior change is a dynamic and non-linear process that involves 6 stages. They are pre-contemplation, contemplation, decision, active changes, maintenance, and optimal recovery or lapse. This is the 3 behavior changes that is being proposed by Rosenstock, Walston, and Prochaska. This is a picture showing the stages of the change model. That is the pre-contemplation. Individual has not yet been considered changing his behavior is a pre-contemplation period, where if he goes for a contemplation, weighing up the pros and cons, that is knowing by himself, that is which is positives and negatives, and also making a decision, that is individual is making a definite plans to change the behavior, and if he has been active changes, putting decision into practice is the active changes, and maintaining them is one of the thing, and if there is any relapse, return to the previous pattern of the behavior, definitely it becomes. The optimal recovery can be done at the maintenance period. So the way the behavior that changes. What are the barriers to achieve the behavior change? They are lack of opportunity, lack of resources, lack of support, conflicting motives. That is lack of opportunity. For example, like limited access to the healthy snacks at school, and also lack of resources, unable to afford the toothbrushes, lack of support, living with a smoker when you want to quit but you are not able to do. Conflicting motives, that is enjoyment associated with eating sugary snacks with friends. That is one of the barriers that achieve in the behavior change. Long-term nature of the benefit, belief that change that is not possible, no clearly defined goals, and lack of knowledge on what to change. These are the barriers to achieve in the behavior change. So by this I conclude this lecture, and we will continue with the next part of sociology in the next lectures. Thank you.